A. Godlike powers in human hands, dangers, use cases, and the future of humanity. We stand at a precipice where humanity is no longer just an inhabitant of the earth, but its architect. We have unlocked godlike powers, the ability to shape reality, engineer life, and create intelligence itself. In the book of Genesis, humans are said to be made in God's image, granted dominion over the earth. Today, that dominion has been supercharged by artificial intelligence. We are building systems that can think, create, and perhaps one day, outwit us. Yet, this power comes with a terrifying caveat. As the ancient wisdom warns, the heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked, who can know it? This biblical caution reminds us that while our tools may be divine in capability, the hands that wield them are flawed. Our inherent biases, greed, and malice do not vanish with better technology, they are amplified. Demis Hassabis, the CEO of Google DeepMind, recognized this duality early on. He articulated the stakes of this technological ascent. I think AI will turbocharge all of that. And I want to explore as much of that tree of knowledge as is possible to do. However, he also warned of the perils, noting that bad actors could repurpose these systems for harmful ends, and that as systems become more autonomous, the challenge is ensuring we can keep control of the systems. Section 1, The Current State of AI, January 2026. As of today, the landscape of artificial intelligence has shifted from theoretical hype to concrete utility and regulation. The legislative landscape, the Wild West era of AI, is coming to an end. Today marks the effective date for several landmark state laws in the U.S. Illinois, the amended Human Rights Act is now effective, explicitly prohibiting the use of AI in employment decisions, hiring, promotion, termination, that result in discrimination. Employers must also notify employees when AI is used in these processes. Texas, the Responsible AI Governance Act has come into force, mandating strict oversight for AI in varying degrees of decision-making and preventing constitutional rights infringements. California, new protections against deepfakes are live. Legislation requires large platforms to label AI-generated content during elections, and mandates disclosure for AI-altered political advertisements. The new generation of models, the frontier of AI capabilities, has advanced significantly. We are now in the era of reasoning models and agentic workflows. OpenAI's models have moved beyond simple text generation to performing complex multi-step reasoning, acting more like coworkers than chatbots. They can verify their own logic chains before responding, reducing hallucinations. Google DeepMind's Gemini 2.0, a truly native multimodal model, capable of understanding and generating text, code, audio, image, and video seamlessly in real time. It is finding deep integration in scientific discovery workflows. We are seeing a move away from one model rules them all to specialized, highly efficient models for finance, law, and coding, often deployed on-premise for data privacy. Section 2, Dangers of AI, Real-World Facts and Examples. With great power comes the potential for great destruction. The wicked heart of man finds new avenues for chaos through AI. Job displacement and economic upheaval. While the end of work has not arrived overnight, the ground is shifting. A stark report from Goldman Sachs projected that up to 300 million jobs globally could be exposed to automation. By 2026, we are seeing this manifest not as mass unemployment, but as role compression, one person doing the work of three with AI assistance, freezing entry-level hiring in fields like copywriting, coding, and legal analysis. In January 2026, Amazon announced plans for approximately 30,000 corporate job cuts, citing AI-driven efficiency gains and automation as key factors in restructuring their workforce. This mirrors a broader trend across tech giants as AI tools enable unprecedented productivity with smaller teams. The deepfake epidemic and bad actors, the ability to generate photorealistic fake media has been weaponized. In late 2025, we saw deepfakes used to manipulate electorate opinions in minor disputes, a harbinger of broader disinformation campaigns. New laws now prohibit materially deceptive content near elections, but the technology moves faster than legislation. As evil intent meets infinite generation capability, trust in our shared reality erodes, a modern Tower of Babel where no one understands the truth. Demis Hassabis warned, with powerful dual technologies like AI, if something goes wrong it may cause a lot of harm before you can fix it. Existential risk and misalignment, the ultimate danger remains the alignment problem. If we create a superintelligence that does not share our values, we risk being treated as ants are by highway builders, not hated, but irrelevant. Hassabis himself has noted the probability of doom is non-zero. Section 3, Use cases of AI, real examples and benefits. Yet, to focus only on the dark side is to ignore the godlike benevolence this power can offer. AI is extending our creative dominion over the earth, breathing life into solutions that were previously impossible. Healthcare, the protein revolution. AlphaFold changed biology forever. By predicting the 3D structure of nearly all known proteins, it unlocked doors that had been closed for decades. In 2026, we are seeing the fruits. New drug discovery. Pharmaceutical companies are using these insights to design drugs for neglected diseases and cancers at a fraction of the traditional time and cost. Personalized medicine. AI analysis of patient genomics is allowing for treatments tailored to the individual's specific biological makeup. Fusion energy, mastering the star. Nuclear fusion, the power of the sun, has long been a distant dream. DeepMind collaborated with scientists to use AI to control the unstable plasma inside a tokamak reactor. The AI learned to manipulate magnetic coils thousands of times a second to keep the plasma stable, a task impossible for humans. This is a literal manifestation of godlike power, holding a star in our hands to solve the climate crisis. Autonomous transport. Level 3 autonomous vehicles are becoming a common sight on highways, reducing accidents caused by human error, distraction, fatigue, and intoxication. Section 4, The Thinking Game and Biblical Comparisons. In the beginning, DeepMind set out to solve intelligence using games. Go, an ancient board game with more possible configurations than atoms in the universe, was the testing ground. AlphaGo's victory over Lee Sedol was not just a win in a game, it was a philosophical shock. The AI did not just calculate, it demonstrated intuition. Its famous Move 37 was described as beautiful, creative, something no human would play. This mirrors the biblical tree of knowledge. We have built a machine that allows us to eat from the fruit of superintelligence. The tree, AlphaGo uses a Monte Carlo tree search, building a dynamic tree of future possibilities, exploring branches of reality we cannot see. The knowledge, unlike the static law given to Moses, AlphaGo Zero learned tabula rasa, from a blank slate, teaching itself 3,000 years of Go knowledge in days. We are eating this fruit in hopes of becoming like gods, knowing good and evil. But unlike the original fall, we hope this knowledge leads to salvation, curing disease and solving energy, rather than exile. Section 5, The New Generation, Value Propagation and Radical Abundance. Looking forward to 2030 to 2050, we face a society at full throttle. Radical abundance. If we navigate the risks, Hassabis envisions an era of radical abundance. AI could solve the resource scarcity that drives so much human conflict. Imagine a world where energy from fusion is free, illness is manageable, and labor is optional. It sounds like a return to Eden. Demis Hassabis said, biology and curing diseases. That's one of the reasons I personally pushed that myself with AlphaFold. Value propagation. The critical question for the next generation is, whose values? If AI agents are teaching our children and running our governments, the values encoded in them matter more than anything. If trained by the wicked heart, they will amplify our worst traits. If guided by wisdom, they could elevate us. The future paradigm is broken and remade, quantum AI hybrid stimulating realities, interstellar exploration becoming feasible as AI solves the physics of propulsion, and a society that must define its purpose when survival is no longer the primary goal. The Code Report, GPT-5 Architecture. Leaked specs suggest a multi-trillion parameter mixture of experts model with improved reasoning capabilities. Dino 3.0 release. Dino strikes back with native AI weights and zero-latency inference. Node is shaking. Conclusion. We have stolen fire from the gods. Artificial intelligence places the power of creation and destruction firmly in human hands. It amplifies our capacity for miracles, curing cancer, powering the world, just as it amplifies our capacity for chaos. The warning of Jeremiah remains, our hearts are flawed. But the hope of the future lies in using our godlike reason to overcome those flaws. As we stand in 2026, the choice is ours, to let our wicked hearts weaponize this power, or to use it to tend the garden of this world, finally fulfilling the stewardship we were promised. Thanks for watching. This has been a production of Dream Pray Work. Subscribe for more insights into the future of humanity.